Welcome to the No Love Podcast, where we decrease Amar's divorce rate today by teaching singles and couples alike how to experience love on purpose and not by chance. I'm your host, Edward L. Fairley, accompanied by my wonderful, lovely co-host, Michelle Larkin. Michelle, say hi to the people.
What's up? Happy Thursday.
And you got a comment.
No Love Thursday.
Says you look beautiful, Michelle, is what someone just put. Good evening.
Oh, my. Thank you.
That's what Miss Lisa said. Yes.
Bless you.
So indirectly, she said, I'm looking COVID-19-ish on the other side of the screen. I'm just making sure that y'all know I'm really going through this thing with y'all.
The comparison and the contrast. I get it.
I'm obedient to the COVID-19 isolation thing. I don't have any barbers coming to me, anything like that. I'm just looking like
you cut all of it off the other week. You did your own. Just let it go. Just shaved it all off.
Yeah. Nope.
Yours grows back. Some people's don't grow back.
That's right. You're right.
Goes back.
You're right. Well, you know how we do. Let's go ahead and share what's going on. It's been a minute. Last week we took off and we put in place the meeting that we had the prior Saturday. So I apologize for those. It did come in a little late on the actual recording, but it still was like an hour and 10 minutes of content where you could have indirectly received some information just from listening to other people's questions and my responses. I do like that platform, the Q&A, and just talking and us just diving in on statements. So we definitely will be doing that more often. I had just gotten off of 4 weeks of doing it straight on a night session for like 3-hour sessions. And I mean, we didn't feel the 3 hours at all. I don't know if it was the quarantine or the content, but so that I can feel good about myself, I'm going to go with the content, right? Not to mention the people, like it was consistently growing. So people were sharing, and it was people that stayed through the entire 4 sessions. So I will say indirectly that it was the content based off
Maybe
of
it's something we can work into a regular schedule so people can know to join for the conversation. It's at least allowed for a two-way. It definitely allowed for a two-way and a real-time, real situation conversation.
Monty Bonds, I see you, sir. Thanks for checking in. Hope all is well with you and yours. All right, sis, you know how we do. What's going on? What you working on? How's life treating you?
Life is a roller coaster. Just like everybody else, it's an intentional choice to stay focused, right? It's an intentional choice to stay focused on the positive and the up. There's busy, there's stuff going on, there's things around, but it's a choice. So to cope, for me, I've been creative. And this Saturday, I'm having my second masterclass. The first one went phenomenally well. Eddie was able to join with us. Yay!
I'm loving it.
This Saturday, we're having a class on mapping your thoughts, but really that is about getting clear. And it's about the power behind positivity quotes, which we see many of, right? We see them all the time, is in the actions that those thoughts inspire. So what we're really going to talk about is getting clear on your thoughts, because thoughts become things, and getting clear so we can figure out how to add action to the positivity quotes that we see. So anybody who wants to come, it's open. It's open to anyone. I will throw the queensmoves.net registration page in the conversation, but it's literally queensmoves.net. And you get on my mailing list and I'll send you a reminder before Saturday to get in it. But the other thing, this is really cool, and I don't mean to go too long, but I have another product for college students, because my heart is going out for those students whose momentum has been interrupted based on the pandemic. And, just again, thinking the right thing. So GMU, George Mason University, just approved for the flyer for my webinar to be distributed to the students. So I am grateful. I don't know where that's going, but I am taking the risk. I'm going putting myself out there to help others, and we'll see where it goes. But I solicit all prayers and support and positivity. So thank you.
I am proud but not surprised. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more stuff to come. That's why I keep starting the show off with what you got going on. I expect there to be
It's been a
answers
long
when I
time
ask
because we've
that
been doing this for a
question.
long time, and I never had
What you
nothing to
got
say. So I'm just saying,
going?
it's a side benefit of
Hey,
no love.
not.
I love myself.
Now, how you feeling in the dead ear when I ask that question? That's great. It's wonderful. I'm extremely proud of you. Keep going, and I'll be right there with you, cheering, applauding, saying, I was waiting for her to do it. I've been knew that
He's
this is
been, he's been shoving.
I'm not gonna hold y'all long. As far as me, I am talk about focus. I am on grind mode. My focus is on 1,000. I got a niece that always tells me like, "Unc, you too focused." That's what I'm like. How can you be too focused? She's like, "Nah, your focus be on." I have a mission. I have a goal and I have a purpose. And like I lose sleep when I'm not where I feel that I could be or where I should be. And I'm really, really passionate about the success of you all in your lives and you all grasping the thought process behind this because I know how liberating it is to get in a place where you just love yourself and stuff just starts to fall off of you that was holding you down once you grasp the concepts of this. And I know it could be just that one show, kind of like that one word or that one sermon that makes you get it, and that could be the thing to just catapult you, no pun intended, Michelle, to where it is that you aspire to be or where you want to go. So I really, 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 really take this platform seriously. When I'm not here, I'm thinking about y'all, studying for y'all, pouring into myself so that I can pour into you. And that's basically what I've been doing. I have some pretty great news coming up. I'm not going to say anything until it happens. I'm just going to just throw it out there. But again, I'm definitely working on stuff for you all that is interactive, that will allow for you all to benefit when we're not here on Thursdays. So let's jump into this topic. Because after Michelle's meeting I had on Saturday, I told her, I was like, oh, I got the next show. And then in the middle of that week, God said, no, you don't have the next show. This is going to be the next show. I had to call her. I said, what I thought I was going to be talking about, which she didn't know what that was anyway, is not, but I was.
You don't tell me before the show.
Yeah,
he never will tell me before
he finds
the show.
out when y'all find out. And it's funny, people inbox me and they think they think they got more clout than you or something. They be like, well, you going to tell me what this? No, I'm not going to tell you. If Michelle doesn't know, you're not going to know what the show what the show is. But today's show, the topic is the couch. That is the title of today's topic, the couch. And clearly
spending a lot of time on the couch right now.
See? Yeah. So the couch, what is the couch? The couch is a metaphor of the no love journey and an indicator of where you are from a relationship standpoint. So it's two things, and we're gonna just unpack what that looks like. You'll never look at your couch the same after this show. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But a lot of people, especially my clients, they're like, "Well, what does the process look like?" First of all, I can't really tell you the process, but I can give you an idea of what it is because the process is a process for each person. It looks different, but conceptually, there is a process. So I'm going to break down through this metaphor of the couch what the no love journey will look like for you. And I can assure you, you'll see yourself or feel it. And it will also be an indicator as to where you are in the journey and in your respective relationship in life. So let's dive in. Again, you will never look at your couch the same after the show is over. All right. So there's three. It's always 3 points. There's three phases to the no love journey, just like we talk about the triangle. But just to go a little more depth in what that process looks like, I'm using the couch as the analogy. So what is the couch? The couch can be many things, but the first place that the couch is to people, and even when I said it, I'm pretty sure some people thought about this. The couch is a place of discipline or correction. How many of y'all, because you messed up, you ended up on the couch? End up sleeping on the couch. You know what? Because you did whatever, you sleeping on the couch. You're not sleeping with me today.
Oh, I got you. I ain't never been on the couch. So.
Exactly. So the couch is a place of discipline. And there's different facets of this whole thing called discipline when it comes to the whole couch situation. But immediately, from a gender standpoint, you typically think of a guy being sent to the couch because he did or whatever conceptually the media and culture has shared. But the couch is a place of discipline for some people. So the couch is the place, and how that would look. Like you said, you haven't been sent to a couch, but you have listened to this show and it made you feel uncomfortable when we discuss certain topics.
I mean, if you want to call it timeout, like go stand in the corner and sit on the couch. Okay.
That would be
all right.
would be considered the couch in that regard. If you haven't been sent to the couch for disciplinary reasons, and some people literally say, you know what, I'm not sleeping with you, I'm going to the couch. So they're upset with you and they transition to the couch. So the couch from a symbolism standpoint and from a metaphoric standpoint would actually be a place or a symbol of discipline, depending on where you are in this particular process. It's when we're going through these shows and as I stated, you feel uncomfortable or you've ended up there because of something, action that you've taken or made that landed you literally at the actual couch. And that's what the beginning process of this is, because the stuff that I'm teaching you is countercultural, which that's what love is. It's countercultural. If you get to the essence of love, it is going to be countercultural. And these are the things that I'm slowly sharing with you all. And as you go through the process, I promise you, if you go back and listen to when we first started this journey, so many things are going to be like, oh my gosh, I get it now. It makes sense now, or I see that now. I have some people that have literally I've been taking them along with me when I go to clients or I'm speaking elsewhere, and they're literally in the background as they're observing, pointing out certain things and literally sending me out, well, that was this topic show, or that was this, and I didn't get it back then when you shared it with me, but now I get it. So going through this process, and when you're feeling uncomfortable, you're kind of at the couch aspect, the discipline aspect, the place where your consequences of your actions are making you feel uncomfortable. So you're starting to see yourself. And I see you thinking, Michelle. So go ahead and share your thoughts on that before we dive in. This is not going to be a long show at all, but it's definitely going to allow for you to kind of see yourself, see if you have been progressing, see if you where you are from a relational standpoint, just in your life in general, and things of that nature. Go ahead, Michelle.
I think what's interesting to me is that the couch is a comfortable piece of furniture that you can be sent to in uncomfortable situations, right? In my own personal experience, I have been made uncomfortable by some of the topics as I do my own self-reflection, and kind of dig in, and you pull back the onion skin. You're like, ooh, there was a sore there. Ooh, that's not yet healed yet, and you're touching all that. But the grace of that is that it hasn't been like I don't abandon myself, right? So I'm in a comfortable place, even though I'm having uncomfortable emotions, because I'm still here with myself. And that's part of learning to love yourself is knowing that when when it's you with you, right? Because at the end of the day, it's you with you. You really realize that there's comfort in knowing that you're still there, even after you go through the pain of the discomfort.
Yeah.
So this being comfortable in an uncomfortable space is what I took away from what you were saying.
Wow, that's a great analogy, and also you can. It's something that you need to be mindful of because you too can get comfortable in an uncomfortable situation to where it's not healthy. Like
So
this is
when the couch becomes the bed, when the couch becomes the
that's
bed,
good.
you're like, let me just stay here. Like
That's
that's
so
not.
good. Yeah. When you get to that place, well, you know what? I'm always messing up. There's no need to even try or whatever. This is where I am. I'm just
Right here next to the couch. I'll just stay.
that's good. The couch going to the bed. That is excellent. That's a great way to put it. So the couch should it can be, but it oftentimes is a place of discipline or correction. And again, this is not going to be a long show. I'm already about to transition to the second place, but this is more of where we probably will sit at. But the couch, then from the place of discipline or correction, begins to transition to the place of therapy. So, when you go to that doctor, a psychologist, you're on the couch. You're sitting back and you're talking about, well, tell me more about yourself. What happened when you were a kid? What happened when this, or what triggered this from happening? So you transition from discipline to introspection. So in order for you to transition from the discipline place, you got to start looking within. And this is what this is challenging us to do when we start listening and using the simulation and talking on the podcast. Like you said, the only reason why you'll start feeling uncomfortable or uneasy is because you start looking at yourself. You start seeing yourself in the actual predicament. So that's when you've transitioned from a place of discipline. Oh man, I keep ended up in this predicament. This is the results that I keep getting. Like I've stated before, you cannot fix the same problem with the mindset that you started the problem with. Got to shift your mindset. You got to evolve in your thoughts and you're growing. So the same mind that got you in a predicament is not going to be the same mind that's going to get you out of it. What got you here won't get you there. So this is when we start moving. We say, you know what? That show made me feel uncomfortable. It made me upset, or it stepped on my toes. But I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna keep coming back. And as these conversations continue to go on, they start to get more comfortable because you're starting to adjust and look at yourself and tweak the way that you're responding to your life situations, your scenarios, and you starting to look at yourself, finding yourself in the actual problem or in the process or the situation or the thing that led you to the couch in the first place. So you changed the type of couch, but you're still on the couch. So you move from the place of discipline to a place of therapy. Now you're introspective. You're thinking like, you know what? I can see how my mindset, my thought process may have led me here, or my thought process made me respond that way, which in turn led me here to the place of discipline or discomfort. So before we go into that, go ahead, Michelle. I saw you writing. What you thinking?
Is it my face? Is it my face? No, I'm intrigued by a couple of things, which I'll wait till the end to really share. But there's a reason why the couch is used in therapy, right? The couch puts you in a position of relaxation, right? It's rest. It removes some distractions so that you can focus. Yeah. Like I'm in the therapist room. They want me to be as comfortable as possible to remove all distractions except what I'm trying to talk to you about. So in this place of therapy, it's not, you shouldn't try to rush to get off the couch. Just be on the couch for a minute and let that rest create the space for what you're talking about. In some situations, it's like, this shouldn't run away from it. Just be in it. Just be in it. Be on the couch, sit down, have several seats.
and that's another thing. But yeah, you're exactly right. So while you're in that place, it's a place of comfort, as you stated earlier. But it's also a non-judgmental place. It allows you to observe your experiences and your thoughts without being judged by the way you thought. It's acknowledging your thoughts and your feelings and asking you enough questions that allow for you to investigate yourself to come to a realization as to whether your thoughts were valid or made sense or could be addressed, just or adjusted or tweaked. So that place is a it can be uncomfortable because you're revisiting when you go into that place of investigating yourself, why you feel that way, why you're thinking that way, why your thoughts are your thoughts and your actions are your actions, what is causing you to tick. How do we get to this place? What am I doing in this?
Down on the couch.
Yeah, I'm literally in a therapy session. How did I get to this place? So when you start peeling back the onion, the layers of the onion, as you stated, it can be uncomfortable. But as you share and you see that you're not being judged and you're sharing, it allows for you to share more, which in turn allows for you to get deeper. So in the place that you end up from a therapy standpoint, it is getting you closer to the place that you want to be from a couch standpoint, but it's still slightly uncomfortable. It's definitely not the bed. You don't want to stay in a therapy place, just like you don't want to change the couch to the bed from a disciplined place. You don't want to change the couch to a bed in a therapy session, because unfortunately that means you have transitioned to a place of enablement. And the way that person is being enabled, because if you have to go to that therapy session all the time, the therapy might not be working, because if you feel like you always have to go to that person, it doesn't seem like they're empowering you if you're laying there. And you might want to check your status and get to a place where you come into an end, because be mindful, you are being charged to be on that couch. So make sure that there is a end game, so that you're not in a place where, again, you are being becoming the person is becoming an enabler, as well as you becoming an asset to their bills.
You don't want to be a couch potato.
That's good. Yeah, you don't want to be a couch potato at all. Mm-hmm. So like I said, we are moving. It's probably going to be the quickest no love podcast in the history of no love, because we're moving. Again, this the first place that the couch typically starts off as, which is an indicator of this process, is a place of discipline. You end up there because of a wrong that you've done. You keep on end up in this situation. Why aren't my relationships working? Why is my marriage failing? Why do I keep having these encounters with women that seem to repeat themselves? Why do I keep having these encounters with men that seem to repeat themselves? The only thing that's changing is the name of the person. Why do I keep ending up on the couch? Why is my life continuously going through the same cycles over and over again? Why do I keep ending up on the couch from a standpoint of discipline? I don't like being here. I'd rather be in a bed, enjoying myself. How do I end up there? So when you get to that place, typically people stay there when they get frustrated. That's when they say, all men are dogs, all women are trash, all whatever, and they just give up, as opposed to transitioning to a different couch. We need to go to the couch of therapy. That's when you say, well, I got to start looking at myself. What is it? I'm the common denominator. The names are changing, but mine doesn't. It can't be. Everybody can't be the problem. I got to be contributing somewhere. So where am I in this? How am I involved in this? I have Lisa says, she said, you're on the couch to think about what happened or what you did to wind up there. It's uncomfortable, but have to self-reflect. Yep, the self-reflection starts on the therapy couch. So you got to transition your couch. You got to stop being there from a discipline. When you continuously end up on the couch from a discipline standpoint, you need to start looking at yourself. It can't be them all the time. She don't understand me. He don't understand me. Well, I just keep messing up. You know, it's just how I am. Nah. How you are doesn't have to be how you stay. So we need to start figuring out what's causing me to be that way. And if it's not helpful from a relationship standpoint, then I need to change or adjust my habits or thoughts and perspective, which is where we go to the therapy couch. Then from the therapy couch, last point. From the therapy couch. If you attack therapy correctly, you end up in the love seat. That's the couch. The couch, the love seat is a place to meet and share in love. That's where now you all are collectively meeting there at a happy place, and you're meeting someone there. And to where sometimes when I just sleep on the couch, I was listening to my wife speak to I think her mom. She's like, well, you know, sometimes Eddie, he just sleep on the couch because he just needs silence or he needs peace or whatever. So the couch is a meeting place for me at times. I want to hear from what God might have to say. If I got all this noise around me, how do I know if he speaks in a whisper, how am I going to hear him through all the noise? So I literally go to quiet spaces and places to where I can meet someone at the couch. And in this case, it's a spiritual person or being. And also in your case, it might be your spouse or your family collectively. If you're not with someone, it doesn't mean that the end all is to have a spouse. It's to have relationship that you enjoy people on the couch. So it is transitioning. When you get to that place and you get to the root of all those issues that you are contributing to the problem or the problems that you're contributing, then you will transition to a loving place and a loving person, which will allow for it to be welcoming in your environment. And the couch will be a place that you all collectively meet to share in love. So your thoughts, Michelle?
I think that having not speaking from a partnership, but again from a self place, there is a space, like if you go to when I'm with myself and I'm not judging myself and I've accepted myself in that period of reflection, there is this really cool place where you can make room for somebody on the love seat, right? Because prior to that, you may not have created any room for that because you were in the uncomfortable space when I don't want nobody on the couch with me, or you're in the reflective space where I'm going to lay down and I'm going to take up the whole couch because it's my couch and I'm going to lay on it. But that next stage is when you recognize that there's room on the couch for someone else, and you can create that space and not feel uncomfortable. You can just let it be space, and somebody can come join you, and not like we often talk about, you know, people show you love and you're not expecting it, so you reject it. But that's when I'm laying on the couch, I don't want nobody else on the couch because there's not enough room for everybody on the couch. It's my couch. But there is this really cool space at that next chapter where you're okay with, like you said, whether it's friends joining you on the couch or that mate joining you on the couch, but you're finally okay with having space for someone else on the couch.
Oh yeah, it's a love seat. It's the love seat. Hold on.
Yes.
Let me put a.
You're saying that there's love on the couch. So I was saying that you can create space on the couch, and you were saying that it's a loving space.
Got it. Okay, so it's definitely a loving and a welcoming space whereby people want to be there. That's when you're watching movies, you're laughing, you're sharing the popcorn, you're sharing your snacks, your children and stuff are there. If you're not in a relationship, some people are literally on the couch and nobody's there, and it's their children. It's that that brother or sister that they did not forgive, whomever. So the couch is not just for a couple. The couch is for relationship. And the couch is literally for relationship. That no one, if you're planning on being by yourself, you don't buy a couch. Let me start with that. You buy a love seat, you buy a actual just a chair, but you're not gonna buy this big behind couch with the thought process of no one being there. It's typically set up for entertainment. And if it's not, if you have transitioned to a place where you don't want to entertain, you got that thought process from a place of being entertained by family. You got the couch concept from people in a community of people that shared together. So with that in itself, the couch is meant for relationship, for meeting. And again, that could be spiritually, that could be physically, that could be mentally. It is a place of meeting. And you either want to be there because you're happy, or you're hating to be there because you're not. And that is what I mean by it's an indicator. So my question to you is, where are you in this process? Are you at a frustrating place to where you continuously keep ending up at this place of discomfort that is meant to be a place of sharing, love, happiness, or what have you? And if you are you willing to stop blaming everyone and consider that it could very well be you, to where when you are taking notes, you're not saying to yourself like people do on this podcast, as well as on people's in church sermons, like, ooh, your auntie should have been here, or your sister should have heard that word, that was for her. And the person that you said it to is like, you missed that. That was you. Like, if a way to consider as a way. I get people all the time like, oh, my husband need to listen to this, or oh, my wife need to listen to this. You was talking to her. I'm like, that was your message. So when you get to a place where you can go to that couch from a therapy standpoint and really start to see yourself, if you were to look at my notes when I'm speaking to, can you see me?
I can see you.
Michelle?
You're moving online.
Okay. All right. So, what I was saying is, when you can move and transition to that place
We see your notes.
of being introspective, if you were to look at my notes if you were to look at my notes when I go to church, or if I'm somewhere taking notes, if they're talking in third person or referencing someone in the Bible, or they make their statement, it's always I always make it in first person. Always. I make it about me. I put myself in the story to see where I'm supposed to grow. I'm not considering who this is better for. I'm considering, how do I grow from this information? Where is this talking to me? How does this apply to my life? How does this make me a better person, a better steward of my body, of my mate, of the people that I'm encountering? How do I fit into this role? And then when you get to that place and you start growing, because you place yourself in a place of growth and evolving and just becoming better, you become better and people start to gravitate towards you. And that's when things and change starts to happen that you don't even realize is happening. You just have that look about you. It's like being in the sun. When you are in the light, which no love, I'm hoping to God that this is becoming a place of or source of light to you. If you remain in the light or sun for a long period of time, people should start to notice your tan. Oh, like if you come in from a light space into darkness, you will notice a difference. So I'm hoping that this is becoming that light for you, to where people are starting to notice change that you didn't bring it up. They might be saying something's different about you. I can't pinpoint it. In your respective relationship, there should be some type of growth. I appreciate the thumbs up. She said, don't be a grouch and alone on the couch. Be sweet and together on the love seat. The couch can easily become a comfort zone. Exactly, Rob. The couch can definitely become a comfort zone. And we don't want it to turn into that bed. We want to be want to really analyze where we are on this couch. And that's what I'm challenging you all through this process, because that's what the no love process is. For those who say, well, what is the process? What does it look like? This is the process. The couch is the process. You are either there in a place of discipline where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sick of having to sleep on this couch. I want to be in a comfortable bed. How do I keep ending up here? How does my relationship keep ending me, keep causing me to end up here? What is happening? And then transitioning to the whole introspective therapy session. What is going on? What am I doing wrong? How can I fix this? How can I grow? Continuously listening to this, finding yourself, putting yourself in the examples, seeing where you were wrong, and admitting that you were wrong, and then growing from that. Then from that, the change will occur to where it becomes a love seat, a place where people want to be with you, share with you, and you wanting to share with yourself, even to the place to where you end up going to the couch willingly, because that is a place that you just love and enjoy to be at. It's a safe haven, a place of connection, whether it's literally with someone or for you to just sit back and enjoy the fruit of the therapy sessions that you've been enjoying. Any concluding thoughts? We're pretty much done.
You pretty much done? Swig from the jug. Swig from the jug. I think my
swig from
my
the jug.
contribution. Swig from the jug. My contribution to the conversation is really that that the one thing you can control is yourself. And once you do like the self-reflection and you get to that loving space where you can accept relationship, the change on the inside attracts people because it manifests on the outside. Like when you go do the work, like you said, there's a light in your eye, or there's just something about you that's more confident, authentic, and attractive. And it's so worth the work. It's so worth the work, to the point where, staying on the couch occasionally, sleeping on the couch is not a bad deal. It reminds you of how much to appreciate the bed. So it's like, and this is why I love my bed, because I can't move around and do all the stuff I want to. So couch therapy, or couch shifting, because that's what we just talked about, was couch shifting, like couch surfing. This is couch shifting. So going from the therapy couch, the discipline couch, to the therapy couch, to the love seat is couch shifting. And couch shifting takes place a lot of different times in your life, and it's part of the journey. So I like my couch. Actually, quarantine has made me much more acquainted with it. Because honestly, I never sat down. Like you said, being single, just like being busy. Let's say busy, even in love life. If you stay so busy that you can't take the time to sit down and reflect, are you really appreciating and are you really present? And I think the couch being a comfortable place for sharing. Honestly, you're present when you're on the couch with your loved ones. You're fully present.
Yeah, well, certainly. You're enjoying that moment, hopefully. And if you're there and you're not, because you're not really present, then that is definitely, COVID-19 has forced us to consider being present. Like you have to be present in this current moment and place that we're in right now in life. You have to be present. And that's what's causing people to be frustrated, because not at all. So you're forced to be present, and if you're uncomfortable with your presence, then we need to address it and figure out why is our life really where we're looking at it right now, an uncomfortable place. We take this transition or go through this process of, why am I in this predicament? Why do I not like this couch? Your couch metaphorically being your home, your couch metaphorically being your relationship, your couch metaphorically being how you're communicating with your children. Your couch is your mirror. And basically what I'm saying is the couch is the same place, but if your perspective is different, it's not the same for everyone. So though it's the same piece of furniture, your perspective will cause for it to be a place of comfort, a place of frustration, a place of discipline, or a place of love. But the couch is the couch, and you, based off of how you respond to life, how your mindset is, determine how you feel and experience the couch. This is the quickest podcast, and probably would have been quicker if I didn't continuously have my internet say that I don't have much of a connection. But we made it. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Let's transition our couches to love seats. One podcast and introspective thought process at a time. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Until we meet again, y'all be safe, take care, and have a good one. Peace.
Bye, y'all.